This is our very first race in our new 50% league. Genuinely really excited for this. There's been a lot of work put into it. It was myself and FFG Senna started this up as a classics league. Never expected to actually go in and do this 50% league that we're doing, or even start up a whole new kind of league structure. So we're really looking forward to this now. I'm going to go through the teams. Now tonight there is a few guys away on holidays, so we've got one reserve in place. So there's only going to be 13 or 14 drivers tonight, but we normally will have the full grid with a few reserves. Just this weekend it's just being unlucky with people on holidays. But we're still excited nonetheless because there is some stupidly fast drivers in this. So I'm going to go with the full teams that have been assigned for this season so far. So there's 2 teams that are blank, which reserves get to fill, and once a reserve is steadily racing on the 5th race when we revise these teams, because obviously with a new league with new drivers we don't really know if anyone's sandbagged or not, so we're going to suss all that out. So we're going to go in order then of Mercedes. So in Mercedes for season 1 of the FGE, or FFG should I say, looking at FG Digital there. So for FFG's first season we have in the Mercedes FG Digital, as I just said. Then in the second seat of that is SFODC. 2 very, very fast drivers. I think that's going to be an amazing team for the season. I think they're going to be both very competitive and very consistent. I'm a big fan of Digital, and I really like DC. He's a great guy, and he's going to show us what he's like now on track, and he's going to be one to improve as well. In the Red Bull is the fastest driver through our seeding process, which is EXO Rusty. Believable driver, which is going to be very hard for any of the guys to keep up with. It's going to be very fun to see what happens there. In McLaren we have then HSR Kyle as the lead driver, so there's going to be tier 1 and tier 2 drivers, so every number 1 driver is in tier 1 and number 2 is in tier 2. I'll explain that in a second. And then partnering Kyle there is Kenzie Retro in the McLaren. Great guy. He done a bit of commentating for us back in the league that me and Pete started, which is still going. And then in the Ferrari we have probably, I think, going to be the most electric in the Discord anyway. We have 2 very big personalities, classic Mashman in the lead Ferrari with Twisted Welch in the second Ferrari. So I think not only are we going to get great racing out of these guys, I think the banter from both of them, they're great guys, always look for a laugh and a joke, so I'm really excited about that. Then we have in AlphaTauri Reef, a fantastic driver from South Africa. And then we have Alfie Boards in the second AlphaTauri. Then in the Alpine is a single driver at the minute, which is HS or Meatborough, a fantastically fast driver, very good guy, very active, very friendly, and all these really fast drivers as well as, you know, the drivers that are mid-pace as well. If you're only new, all very helpful, you know, very approachable guys. Then in the Aston Martin, my co-founder FFG Senna is the lead driver, which surprisingly he has been superly fast and very, very consistent. And one of the biggest personalities in FFG in the second seat is Big Demo. Oh, that Demo. Now the guy mightn't be the fastest guy in the world, but my God, is he finishes a race, which is the main thing. And he's an absolute laugh, and he loves to sing. Then we have an Alfa Romeo in the first seat, Vino Rud, I can't say that name. Vino, I'm going to call you, bud. He is the head lead driver there. And in the second seat of Alfa Romeo is FFG Morley, Jay Morley. Unfortunately, he's not able to race tonight with work. Then in Williams, in the first seat is 23rd Nebula. Fantastically good driver, very nice guy. And in the second seat there is Aqua, very nice guy also. And then in the last team is Aaron Marr in this seat, in the main seat, and then Ross G in the second seat. So tonight then we also have in the Haas cover, actually no one has been able to race tonight by the looks of it. We have SNRC Hickey. I'm absolutely so happy this guy has joined. He's definitely my man crush, but he's a great guy. I was a partner with him in the league that myself and Pete created until our departure, I would say. And like, he's such a great guy, great consistency, great teammate. I might as well announce it here on the live stream as well. guy is absolutely brilliant for the simple fact being every race he gets a pre-race blowy. That's all I'd say. Understand what that. So now the way it's working tonight, because it's the first race, our calendar is an interesting one. Tonight's race is in Bahrain, but we're doing a thing called a Super Pole and then a reverse grid race. So how this works is quite simply, this qualifying session is not going to determine the race grid. It is going to determine the top 10 finishers will get points. And then it's a reverse grid of the seeding times, so the fastest guy will start last and fight through the field along with the other fastest driver. So it's going to be a very interesting race. We're really mixing it up this in this season with this whole new idea of being fun. So it doesn't matter whether there's fast and slow guys mixing together, we're going to make sure everybody has a chance. So I'm going to just talk about the Super Pole now. I'm going to discuss a bit more about our calendar and all after the racing. So yeah, so it's Bahrain tonight, and it's going to be an absolute belter in my opinion. I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know I suppose in this qualifying, so if you get pole it's 8 points. I'm just going to go back in there and get everything there for you now. So I'm going to go with Digital here now. He's starting his lap. I know he's going to be super fast as well. He's got a great pace. Senna's on an out lap there. SFODC is flying along. Who's going to be the first to set a time? Let's have a look here now. Oh, just get on to look at Twisted Welch, and Twisted Welch is after doing a right old job on his car. Ouch, let me see. I'm going to jump on with Senna. The Aston Martin. Oh! He only did a 1:26.9. I definitely know there's more pace in him. He might have had a scruffy lap. I know the guy is super fast. And we have Demo now in an out lap as well, so that's going to be quite interesting as well to see what happens with that. I'm excited to see Kenzie getting out there now in a few minutes also. The Demo. Some Mashman's out. Mashman, I'm expecting a good lap out of Mash as well. Mash is super fast. He's come back into this league in Newman. That's a lovely lap there by Mash. At 1:26.299. Great lap. Sounds nice, that car. Let's see now, guys. So we got a little bit there, so we'll jump on with somebody else. We'll jump on with Welch. Let's see what Welch does. So Grief is going to join for the main race. He just wasn't able to join the qualifying. But as the qualifying doesn't affect the race start, it's absolutely fine. So super qualifying for anyone joined in looking. So basically, lads are just trying to do the qualifying laps. Top 10 are going to get points, and then the main race is going to be a reverse grid of the seeding TT times for the first race. Oh, Twister gets it a little bit loose there, keeps it going. It's very wide with it. It's the worst thing when you go wide there. Oh, he's dropped it again. Oh, very unlucky, Twisted. At least you kept it out of the barrier this time, bud. If you have enough fuel, go again. If you have enough fuel, go again, man. We're going with FG Digital here. I'm expecting a definite improvement with this man here. Yeah, as I say that, in the first sector alone, he's up nearly 3 tenths. I knew this guy is much faster. It's going to be interesting to see what Digital does here now, and he's a good guy as well. Beautiful line through there. Absolutely beautiful line through there. He has to be going up a bit there now. Perfect as well. Lovely entry into that corner. Beautiful exit. Just keep the power down fully through this next corner. Yeah. Some guys have to lift slightly there because the back end can get very loose. Depends how much lock you put into it. I think Mashman could be in trouble here. Yeah, and with that digital there is, oh my god, by 0.005 of a second has gotten into the pole position. That was a great turnaround by we've Kenzie Retro here now, so I'm going to stay on with Kenzie. Oh, there's yellow flag in sector 1. Who could it be? Could be cars are slowing down, getting out of the way. Let's see what happens here now with Kenzie. Nicely done around the corner. So Kenzie's after getting himself up into 6th place at 1:27.745. That was not a bad lap at all. I'm going to jump on with Hickey here now and see does Hickey improve. And he's absolutely lit now in the Haas. Interesting to see now if Welsh gets in a nice tidy lap. He should be up in around the kind of 5th, 6th, 7th place. SFODC is after overtaking Kenzie there into 6th with a 1:27.588. Let's see what Hickey can do here now. Nice and smooth, sure that's going to be an improvement for him, definitely. 1:26.1, absolutely brilliant lap by Hickey up into 2nd place there. So at the minute as it stands, Mashman's in 1st, Nebula 2nd, Hickey in 3rd, Digital 4th, Senna 5th, DC 6th, Kenzie in 7th. Oh, Twist is after dropping it again. Oh, get that going if you've enough, just go, oh. Nebula's definitely going to go into the 150 or 125s here now, sorry. Mashman is still there for now, but how long? Because this looks like it's going to definitely be the fastest lap yet. A 1:25.6 by Nebula there has dropped Mash into 2nd now. No, is Senna able to get a lap in? Did he make it in time? I certainly wouldn't have thought so. But anyway guys, that was a great lap there by 23rd Nebula. Mashman done great in 2nd. Hickey as a reserve straight into 3rd, the absolute hero. Hopefully be able to go full time after a few races if you're happy enough with it. Digital, fantastic job in 4th. Senna, great job in 5th. DC, great job in 6th. Kenzie, fantastically done in 7th. Demo in 8th. There you go, getting around. Welsh, you were just unlucky. It just seemed to be the 3rd sector going into it. Just was a killer for you. And then Rusty and Ackley, you were just very unlucky with the incidents you had. Grief, it's not quali for the race. This is called a super quali where it's just to get extra points. So you missed getting more points in the season. So the grace grid is going to be a reverse of your TTs. And then this same race format will be used with then it's actually going to be through the points in the season. We'll go through that as the races come to us. So yeah, there you go. 23rd Nebula comes in, gets a beautiful few points from in 2nd place. Then very well done to Mashman with a 1:26. Senna gets up to 3rd, well done Senna, I did miss that. With Hickey then in 4th place, Digital in 5th, Retro in 6th, DC in 7th, so well done to Kenzie jumping up a spot. Twisted in 8th. I don't know why Damo was in 9th, but Twisted got a good lap in obviously at the end. With then Rusty in 10th place. So the top 9 are going to get points here with Rusty. Because you DNF'd, you will not be getting any points. So we are now going to redo a new race lobby. So everyone can leave this one here, and then it's going to be in order of the TTs. So let's see how it goes. And with Damo then behind him, I'm sure he's going to be a little bit nervous also. So here we go on the formation lap. Such lovely looking cars these. I love the McLaren, obviously being a big McLaren fan. I love the car. The Aston Martin is beautiful as well. Excuse me there. So, Kenzie's in first, Damo's in second, as I said. Twisted Welch in third. SFO DC in fourth, but Aqua in fifth. Nebula then is in sixth place, so he was the fastest in our qualifying. So he got most points there in qualifying. So even before this race starts, he's on 8 points. We have then Digital in 7th place, Hickey in 8th place, a fantastic starting place for him. We then have Grief in 9th, Mashman in 10th, with Senate in 11th and Rusty in 12th. Obviously next week we are going to have a full grid, so I won't be worrying too much about that. So that's brilliant. So yeah, let's see how good these guys are now when it comes to the start of the race, who gets the best start. Now, only imagine how excited Kenzie is starting on pole right now. I'm sure Damo is absolutely loving being up in second place there. I can only imagine him there just doing his tyre warm up. Alright there, young Kenzie. Alright there, Welch. So it's going to be interesting. It's a dangerous first 3-4 cars. See how they go, because I don't think any of these guys have raced against either other than Damo and Welch. I'm not sure if Kenzie had raced with these guys previously. A few of these guys have raced with each other before. I'm delighted to see Mashman back in league racing as well. Honestly, he's had a hard time in the past with guys, but you know what, he's such a good guy. And here we are, ready to go to the very first race of our 50% race in FFG, and we are lights out. Retro gets a great start. Welch is after getting a great start there as well, but it looks like Kenzie has everybody covered off. So here we go, SFC. Welch is after getting a muck of a start there. So Retro's after going around with SFO up in second place. It looks like Aqua Ninja's in third, Nebula's up in fourth, Damo's down to fifth, Digital's in sixth with Hickey now in seventh. Welch is after dropping down to ninth. Welch must have been spun out there. Let me go down here and see. Oh, who's that there? What's happening? There's madness. Everything's going on here. Grief is after getting up into fifth place there. That was a great move up the inside. It's not a move I would try. I wouldn't have the courage for that. That was absolutely brilliant. And we have now Digital, after getting a penalty, gone a bit wide there. He's done well to stay out of that. Damo somewhere. Damo has a wing gone. Digital has a bit of work to do and a time penalty there. Welch is after dropping all the way down. Senna's after getting a great move there. Oh, this is going to be a good race into it. That was great driving Minevi there to let off and not keep fighting that there. Very well done. Everything's so close there. But we have Retro is just pulling away here. Absolutely brilliant. We have Aqua then coming up versus SFO for third or second and third there. So far the top three have done brilliant. Mashman is all over the back of Rusty here. What's going to happen? Mash is going to go for the inside line. Does Rusty give in? Rusty has to concede this place here now. Mash is after doing a great move there. With Rusty already going into the pits, I wonder did he have some damage. We keep knowing that Senna is now up into third place. Does Rusty have any damage? Yeah, so Rusty has to change his wing. We have 23rd Nebula in the pits. We have Hickey in the pits. An awful lot of guys are after having damage, so this is going to play greatly now for SFO, who's in the lead, with Mashman in second and Senate in third. So this is after changing the course of the race so far. Wow. Well, that SFO is down here. I'm looking wrong. Everything's jumping around. I don't know who's where. Sorry, guys. Lovely server here. I honestly don't know who's in the lead. No, is it still Kenzie's in the lead? What's happened? These lovely servers. Is it Rusty in the lead? I'm so confused right here, guys, at the minute. I do apologise about this. Rusty is in the lead. No, he's not. Oh my god. Feckin' servers. Can they sort themselves out? What is going on? Nebula's out of the race. What happened? We have Damo spinning as that happens. What is happening? So virtual safety cars out. Guys, I honestly don't know what's happening here. everything keeps jumping right. So Kenzie Retro is leading the pack. With Aqua in second place. Is it? Yeah. And then Mashman's in third, Greaves in fourth, Sen is in fifth, SFO is in sixth, Rusty's seventh, Hickey is eighth, Digital is ninth. This all makes sense now. Welch is in 10th and Damo is in 11th. Sorry about that, guys. The timing screen goes mental. I really hate that about Codemasters. They didn't change that from the 2020 game. It just goes absolutely apeshit for a few laps till it settles down. So Retro is still doing a fantastic job in the lead with a 5-second gap to Aqua, with Mashman then in third place. That's, I don't know. The timing is totally all over the place. So we have a few penalties out there now. So SFO DC has a penalty, Digital and Damo have penalties. And we are green again. So 23rd Nebula has left the session. So 23rd Nebula is out. I still don't know what happened to that guy. I don't know what happened. There's just so much confusion there with the timing jumping all over. I didn't know where to be looking. So hopefully we'll get to see what happened Nebula earlier on, guys. Sorry about that. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's telling me that Mashman's a lap down. Timing is just all over the place here, guys. So it's hard to know what is happening. It looks like Twisted Welch is in the pits. And he's after retiring in the pits. Twisted, there is no need to retire. There's points from first to last. You retire, you don't get points. I don't like that. I hate when that stuff happens. So there we go. The timing's coming in properly there now. So now we'll finally have times, and we have SFO gone into the pits. It looks like they serve his penalty and maybe change the tyres to go to the end, unless it's a drive-through. Oh, it's a drive-through. Poor guy. Does Digital have a drive-through? Is it just speeding? So while this is happening, we're going to jump on now with Mashman, who's catching Aqua. So there's a fastest lap is just after going in there by Rusty by the looks of it. Let's see what Mashman can do here now. He is the closest. Oh, down the inside he goes. Aqua ran wide. Aqua's not going to give that place up too easy. That's a lovely shot. Oh, with Grief running very wide there. That was a great move by Mashman. Fair play to him. But Aqua now chasing him. See what happens with that. Grief can recover there anyway and get up. Oh, Aqua's after dropping it. Oh, he done a great job to keep that from crashing out. Very well done, Aqua. Very well done there. That was just unlucky. That is such a hard corner. If you just put a bit too much lock on, that rear is just going to drop off. Such a hard corner to get right, especially in race pace consistently. So you were very unlucky there. Keep going anyway. Grief must be delighted with himself up in third place. He missed the first part of the qualifying. So let's have a look here. But Rusty is now all over the back of SFODC. So let's see, will Rusty wait now for the main straight and make his move, with Senna hot on his heels as well. Let's see what happens now. The DRS has to be wide open there now. Oh, it's a beautiful shot here. Hard on the brakes, has the inside line, has the move done. Senna is going to be frustrated now. He's going to have to try to get by Rusty very, very fast. And we have a spinner, do we? Yeah, Damo is after spinning and damaging on the same corner that Aqua did, unfortunately. So Aqua is after going back against Rusty. Great move there by Aqua. There's going to be good fighting here now. It's Senna now after getting by SFODC there. That was a great move also. There's just so much racing happening here. So Rusty is now pulling away. Sorry, I do apologise, guys. So it was Rusty and Senna and SFO I was looking at. So now it's Senna there now. SFO is going to have the DRS, but I don't think it's going to do much here. I think Senna now has the measure of him. If Senna can do better through this sector here, he'll be able to put out enough of a gap to defend it on the main straight. And we have something happening in sector 2. Aqua's after spinning. Oh, the poor guy. The same corners, must have dropped it. And the worst thing I found about this game as well is the tyres, when you overheat them, it takes a little bit to calm them down. Aqua is after going again. That's exactly what I was saying. Oh! Wow, Digital was very lucky there. Aqua needs to go in and change those tyres, because otherwise he's going to keep dropping down until they cool down. He's so close to the pits, he might as well do it. Putting fresh rubber. Hards if I was him, and just go to the end. Hickey is continuing very strong. Not a problem to him there. Going to be a lonely race for a few laps for him, but it will all get together again. So we're going to go back onto Senna, who is catching Rusty now. A nice little race of nuts. Let's see how this plays out now. Oh, Senna's after running a bit wide there now. That's after costing him a bit of time. He might be out of DRS by the time it goes to the line. It'll be interesting to see, does he have DRS now? Oh, he has DRS, so he hasn't done too bad there. But he's after putting himself back maybe a lap of possibly getting by. So there's a yellow flag in sector 2, and it looks like Aqua's after dropping it again. The poor guy he is. He needs to go in and change them tyres. He needs to go in and change them tyres. He's been so unlucky there, to be quite fair. So Kenzie Retro is having an absolutely stormer of a race so far, guys. Not much being said on him there. Got a great race start, and it's just been very consistent there. I'm sure he's absolutely chuffed at the minute. So fair play to Kenzie. But Mashman starting to slowly close in. Well, he's actually, yeah, he's closing in slightly on him there now. I think with a spinner again, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be Aqua if it was. But his tyres been so overheated. Rusty and Senna still fighting away. Senna is now a nice bit closer here. He's going to have the DRS. Going to set himself up hopefully for the next straight. But then again, Rusty is an absolutely sick fast driver as well. So I'm sure Rusty might be just playing with him a little bit. And we have Aqua off again. Keep going, Aqua, bud. Go in and change those tyres, mate. All I can say to you, just change those tyres. So Mashman is starting to pull into Kenzie now. He was 4.2 or 4.3 seconds the last time I looked. He is now 3.9, 4.1. Oh, he isn't around the 3.9 seconds. That's the way the time will look. So Rusty is starting to put a bit of a gap now on Senna. So they're all starting to stretch out a little bit now in their 4 stints. So Aqua has gone into the pits there, which is the right thing to do. And he's after it. Oh, not the right thing to do, retiring from the race. There's still points there for him. So SFO is having a lonely race, but a good solid race there. In 6th place at the minute, with Digital on a recovery drive as well. So he's doing not too bad whatsoever. Hickey is up there in 8th. And look at Damo. Doesn't matter if this man will go 2 or 3 laps down, he'll continue to the end and he'll get those points. So Senna is quite lucky to have a guy there that no matter what will finish the race unless the car absolutely falls to bits basically. Grief is doing a fantastic job here in third in that Alpha Tower as well. Not too far off Mashman. Possibly he could go for an undercut. So Kenzie pretty much, he's not under enough pressure where he's going to have to pit early or change his strategy. He can drive his own race here. It's really up to Mashman and Grief to really pull something out of the bag. So at the minute, Kenzie couldn't have had a better start, to be quite honest about it. Trying to look here now. We're going to stay in for another minute and I'm going to move on then to the closest race next, which is Grief starting to slowly catch Mashman. And at that, Retro's after going into the pits. So he's going now on the mediums to the end, I'm assuming. Very interesting. Not bad stop either. Not a bad stop. We have Grief still starting to catch Mashman. So I'm wondering now, will Grief try and... He's only on medium, so he's going to go for at least another 8 or 9 laps unless he wants to go on to a set of hards to the end now. But then again, the pace difference won't be enough because I know Mashman is quite solidly fast. So Senna is now going to be stuck behind Retro. What's Senna going to do here? He needs to get by him not to ruin his race against Rusty. It's crucial, absolutely crucial, Senna, for his race against Rusty. SNR saying, oh, Damo's after crashing out, the poor guy. Safety car is now out. Safety car is out, so that means Mashman and Grief can change strategy to the end if they do want and go on to the hards now. That's going to be a lifesaver for Rusty and for Senna, and that's after really killing Kenzie's race. Kenzie is unfortunately after, yeah, he'll overtaken the lead, but oh, I kind of feel bad for him there now. Poor guy. Hickey is doing well, staying going in 8th, fair play. With Digital in 7th, DC in 6th, Senna in 5th. Ratchy was already stopped there as well, so yeah, there we go. You've Mashman and Grief in the pits. Both getting wing damage change, so for them that's been absolutely a vital free stop. So Retro's after getting back out into the lead, but under the safety car with the guys literally on brand new fresh tyres. What wings changed now as well. I didn't realise both of them had damage. So what is the pace difference going to be like now? This is going to be absolutely crazy now on the restart. So at least we're going to have a good close race again. Grief needs to take off his ERS because he needs to charge it now. So what's this after doing now is after making this race very close now for the end. But Hickey is now back into it. I'd say Hickey is delighted. What tyres is Hickey going to put on? Is he going to go on hards to the end or is he going to go on softs? He's going on softs. Well, yeah, I don't think he gets off to the end from here, so maybe he's planning another stop. He's going to go for glory. That was a smart move with Mash and Grief going to the hards to the end. They must be listening to me. It's the only thing to do. Rusty is on softs, is he? Yeah, Rusty is on softs. With Senna on mediums. DC is on softs also, and Digital is on mediums. This is going to be interesting. There's definitely going to be an awful lot of changes over, but I don't think softs are going to make it to the end, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what their strategy is, because they have to pull 20 seconds within 10-11 laps minimum to get back out there with a fighting chance to have fresh rubber at the end. Oof. That's going to be a tall order, an absolutely tall order. So look, sadly at the minute 23rd Nebula is out of the race, Twisted Welsh is out, as is Aqua and Damo. Unfortunately for Nebula, I think he crashed out, Damo crashed out, Aqua and Twisted Welsh just got frustrated, I'm assuming, and quitted in the pits, which we do not like to see that. Obviously the drivers have the choice, to respect to do it on the pits and not on track, but there's points literally from first to last place, and in a league where you get a bit of money out of it, and especially for the team fighting, points matter. And I'm hoping next week with a full grid the guys need to start thinking of the long game. So I'm assuming next lap that this safety car will go in. It's weird seeing the Mercedes safety car in red. Yeah, so it'll be a very interesting race restart, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, the one thing they do need to change in the game though is the tyres. When you spin once, the tyres shouldn't be that badly overheated where you can't even take a corner. It is quite frustrating. I was saying that, I think, to the guys the other day in a race in Austria. I had spun once and it was impossible, literally nearly impossible to drive the car back to the pit. It just kept kicking out. It was quite unrealistic, to be fair about it. So I do feel Aqua was just so unlucky there, so I genuinely feel bad for him there, because that would have been so frustrating, to be fair about it. So I'm really honestly hoping that Kenzie does well here. I'd love to see Kenzie win the first race. That would be absolutely awesome. Goes to show how tough it is on a reverse grid. But I have a feeling there with Rusty behind on fresh softs. I want the two guys on fresh hards going to the end. Yeah. Great to see all the different strategies. Let's see which one was the best to do under safety car. Everybody is bunched up. So Kenzie will have the joys of now leading the grid. So if I was Kenzie, I'd be backing everyone up, and literally just before the last corner is when I'd go for it, because at least that way you won't have a major tow straight away, because you're going to catch them out on the corner. By the time they take the corner, you'll put a few tenths. But Kenzie is not slowing down much. Looks like he's going to wait to near the line. I would have slowed down way before that. It's going to be interesting to see his tactic. He's just going for it, which is going to leave him right open now to Mashman. So Mash is now on the inside here. Oh, Retro's done a great job there. He's kept him out. With Senna after getting by SFO. Oh. Senna drop back down there. We have Hickey. Hickey is going to go for a double move. Is he going to make it around Senna as well? What? Try go. The boys were very lucky now not to have a massive accident there. Like, that was, to me, was a racing incident, just for the simple fact being 3-1 just doesn't go. Senna, unfortunately, was the fit into their sandwich. Digital came out the worst, being on the inside, but not that bad. At least he's still going. That was a fantastic move by Hickey. Very, very risky, but it definitely worked out. I would still class that as a racing incident. Unfortunately for Senna, I'm sure he'd be very frustrated there, because he wouldn't have any room to go left or right. He was just literally stuck there. Whatever happened, happened. So we are on now with Rusty. Rusty is going on grief, but thought the better of it there. It looks like Rusty have wing damage. Rusty has no wing. What happened there? Hickey is now open to 5th place from last. Wow. BC now is on the back of grief. Rusty must be absolutely fuming right now. For Rusty straight onto the mediums to the end. Get them points in the bag. SFO is right on the back of grief here now. Let's see how he gets on. Very close there. Oh, look at that. Kenzie, Retro, Mashman fighting. We've got grief and FSO. This is amazing driving here by everyone. SFO is after getting by grief. That was a great move. And then Hickey is there to try to pick up pieces now against grief. And Mashman's after getting into lead, boys. I'm missing. There's so much going on here. Great move by Mashman. Kenzie's trying to do the cutback there. I don't think it's going to happen this time for him. This is going to be a train going into the DRS zone here, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Hickey is all over the back of grief. We also have grief right behind the SFO. There's literally about 3 seconds covering them all, but by such small margins. And Digital is right all over the back of Senna now as well. There's literally racing happening everywhere. Look at that train behind Mashman. Look at this. Who is going to have it there? Looks like SFO is going to go for Retro. And he's thought better of it this time round. Hickey is just sitting there waiting for his moment to pounce as well. And look at SFO. Is he going to make it around the inside of... Oh, great driving by both lads there not to touch. Retro keeps the position. SFO is really pushing hard. You've got grief pushing them along as well. SFO down the inside here. That is a great move. Absolutely fantastic move to get by Kenzie there. And he'll also have the DRS as well for defending. That was a fantastic move. DRS is inactive after the safety car. Sorry, guys. Then we have grief. We also have now Hickey going on Retro. Hickey's gone down the inside of Retro. Hickey's nearly after getting down the inside there of grief. Top out of Retro's after fighting back and after going around the inside now of Hickey. Wow. Absolutely hard racing at its finest. We've got grief now all over SFO. Grief is now up into 2nd place. SFO is after taking it back down. This is absolutely brilliant racing here, guys. Cannot commend you enough. Oh, Hickey nearly hit the back of Retro there with the speed he was taking into the corner. We're feeling now Retro might be a victim of Hickey, although he's after pulling a little bit away again. You've Senna now all over the back of Hickey now as well. Digital is there. Guys, this is absolutely fantastic race. I'm sure Rusty is sick he's not involved with it at the minute, unfortunately. So we're going to be on with Hickey here now. What is Hickey going to do? Is he going to wait for the main straight? It looks like he is. He's just going to show his nose on the inside a little bit, show that he's there. He's a much better line through there. He's definitely carrying way more speed. He's just thought better of it this time. With Senna there running wide, or Digital, sorry, I do apologise. This is the all crucial, so Retro is doing a little bit of defending. Hickey has got that race line sorted. Senna is sitting there waiting to pounce as well. This is going to be absolutely epic here. I have a feeling here Kenzie is literally a sitting duck, as Grief now has DRS, as Senna has DRS. Senna is going to go for the double toe. Is Senna going to go down the inside of Hickey here as well? Senna's after going down the inside of both two cars. Oh, he's after running way too wide. Hickey's after getting that spot back, and Retro looks like he's going to get by, and Senna is actually going to lose out to Digital also. And now we've SFODC and Grief going very hard at it there. Grief is staying ahead at the minute. Digital's after getting by Kenzie. Retro, will Kenzie let that happen? He does. There's not much Kenzie can do there, unfortunately for him. Hickey is after doing a fantastic job from last up into where he is now. And we have Senna right all over Kenzie. Retro, Senna's going to have to think better of it. He's going to have to wait for the main straight. Digital and Grief are having an absolutely great battle here at the minute. Down the main straight, I think SFO is going to go for Grief here. SFO is taking such a wider line, or tighter line should I say, compared to Grief. He's definitely faster through that section there. I'm sure Hickey's just kind of waiting for them to do some mistake, and then he's going to pounce on them then as well. And Senna is now all over the back of Kenzie. Retro, I'm going to stay on with with DC, excuse me, and I'm going to try to get back for Senna as well. So here we go now. You have Grief on the heavy defensive. You have DC with DRS wide open now. DC is going to go for the inside line. Very, very unusual tactic there. And it has not worked out. Oh, it has worked out. Oh, he's after dropping it. He had to take too much of the carb there. So that's Hickey now up into third place. Grief has held on into second. And that's DC now down into seventh place. So if DC might as well at the minute go in, change them tyres, get on fresh softs, go to the end. So Retro is still holding off Senna here at the minute. So great racing by Retro here today, guys, in fairness to him. Starting on pole, he was very unlucky with the safety car, but he's doing great fighting through the race there. Hickey now is all over the back of Grief. Hickey is going to go for it. Will Hickey get second place now, guys? Oh, had a bit of a tank stopper on there. He's held it on well. He's going to have to wait a little bit longer, be a bit more patient there. So I'm going to jump back on now with Senna and with Kenzie. Senna's going to try to get as close as he can and try to keep there now until the main straight, which is the safest and easiest place to get by. Hickey needs to get back within the second, which he is doing. Both guys running a little bit wide there, but keeping it on track limits, which is good to see. Look at Rusty. Rusty is catching up like there's no tomorrow. Rusty is absolutely flying out there. So it's Senna here. Senna's going to go on the inside. Will Senna be able to make this move? It looks like Senna has this move now in the bag. Retro though is going back for it, but he has to concede there. Senna on the slightly fresher tyres there got the better drive out of it, and he has DRS to give himself a bit of defence. We're going to jump on here with Hickey and Grief now. Hickey has waited. He made it there on the last lap. Is he going to be much more stable out of the tight left hand up here coming down the hill onto the back straight? Once he gets this right, he's setting himself up nicely for a nice overtake. And Senna's after doing well. He's gone Retro nearly a second out there now. So Hickey's getting that toe. Still a bit too far away from Grief there now, but Grief ran a little bit wide, didn't he? But he is okay. He's done very well. So Retro is starting to catch No, I thought he was catching Senna. He ran wide, unfortunately. Rusty now is starting to come into contention, going against SFO. Sorry, can't even speak here, guys. There's so much happening. Now, back on with Hickey, down the main straight. He has the RS, but unfortunately he's way too far back. So we'd have a look at Matchman there. He's had a eventful start to the race, but he's had it quite handy after the safety car. He's had it all in control with that beautiful overtake on the safety car restart. Hard tyres, he's getting comfortable there, getting in his little into his groove of things now, and I'm sure he's just going to go nice and slow and not overkill his tyres either. With the two guys racing so hard, they're going to slow down a little bit, so Matchman's after getting some nice breathing room. And we have a yellow flag in sector 1. I don't know who it's for, but it's there. Oh, Rusty. Rusty's after crashing out. I apologise, guys. Ouch. Oh, unlucky Rusty. Unlucky Rusty. High attrition so far. So with the simulation damage, it is definitely unforgiving if you make an error. And this is the kind of track that, with the speeds that you go on, when you lose it, it's very hard not to hit a barrier. So to be fair, only 7 people scoring points in the race. I did not see this in any way, shape or form coming. Now, I did say Hickey would be up there, but Hickey is now in the pits. Did he get damage? Oh, he has to change his tyres. So this is now digital. Looks like he's set for a podium if they last. And the same, Senna is right up there. That's unlucky for Hickey. On hards to the end. Wasn't have any fresh set of tyres there. Probably would have went in second-hand mediums at that stage. So Matchman's doing well. So everything's spread out a little bit now. With some fantastic, good hard racing there. So it's been high attrition, but there's been some very hard racing. Guys have been very unlucky, and especially once you spin once as well, it's so hard to get that car to cool the tyres down as well. So it's been an interesting start to our season, and hopefully with the full grid next week, it's going to make things more interesting. Yeah, it's going to be very, 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 very interesting to see what happens with it now. So at the minute, it's all nicely spread out. I'm pretty sure the boys now are kind of set in positions unless something drastic happens. The only thing is I can see Hickey coming like a train near the end. So it's going to be very interesting. So 10 laps left, including this one. So Digital, I'm sure, would like to get into second place. So let's see now. Can Digital go on the charge now and catch up with Griefy's, pulling in a nice bit of time. And I'm sure Senna is the same. He's going to... Oh, we've got a yellow flag in sector 1. And it's gone. Someone must have ran wide. At the minute, it's getting quite stable in the race, guys. No major battles for us to see. Let's see here now. I'm actually shocked. So there was a safety car as well. So Rusty did call that right. Mashman is catching SFO at some rate of knots here. If Mashman keeps going the way he's going, he could even catch and pass. Retro with Senna gone by. Digital's in the pits now. Fresh wing change, fresh tyres on softs till the end. Let's see what Digital do here now. So is Hickey going to get by? Yeah, will he get by Digital though? I don't think he will. Oh, he did. He got by Digital. DC gone into the pits here now. Hickey back up into 5th. Can Hickey now pull in 9 seconds off Retro and get into 4th? That's going to be quite an interesting one to see. It looks like Mashman has this in the bag. Oh, Digital's after dropping it. Oh, the poor guy. Keep going, Digital. Points matter. That's not bad there now, look. Retro is still having a fantastic race. I'm sure if we said to him today, oh, I can see you getting 4th place in the race, he wouldn't have took that. So I'm delighted for him there now. Digital, I'm sure, will be just, he's had an unlucky race, and I really like Digital, and he'll definitely come back stronger in the next one as well. He's just had an unlucky one there. He went in fresh tyres, probably just caught a curb too much and spun it around. These things can happen. DC is not giving up. And Hickey is starting to pull in a little bit on Retro. I don't think he's going to have the pace to catch him in the last few laps. He'd really want to pull something out of the bag to get up into that 4th place, but Hickey is doing a fantastic race as a reserve. Retro must be absolutely delighted with his life, as well as Grief. A fantastic race. And Mashman just enjoying himself now. What I like about Mash is he has a good race pace. He is fast on TTs, and then once he settles down, there's just consistency is there. That's all about being consistent in this. That's about scoring the points. Hickey's down to 7.5 seconds. I'm wondering, will he have the time? This is going to be an interesting one to watch now to the end. Will Hickey have the time to get in, reel in Kenzie and get by? I would have said no, but like, he's pulling him in at a nice few rate, you know. So this is going to be a very interesting one to the end. What can Retro do then? Oh, Retro's in the pits. Hickey is now up into 4th place. I wonder, does Retro have any damage? Yes, it's a wing change for Retro, unfortunately. That gives Hickey now 4th place. Fair play to Hickey. So Retro is going to be passed by Digital. Will Retro have enough time to get out ahead of SFO? This is going to be tight here. This is going to be super tight. Oh, it looks like SFO is going to stay behind Kenzie there. Wow, that was very, very close. Oh! Oh! And that is SFO to the road. I don't know what happened there. Wow. Wow. That is definitely going to change the outcome of this race now. Wow. I'm absolutely shocked. So everybody, I'm assuming, is going to go onto softs and quali lap. See, if Rusty wasn't still in the race now, Rusty would have come back into this massively now. Same with DC, Damo, Welch. He never give up, so Aqua and Welch, he could have kept going there. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. Everybody's going to pit onto fresh softs. Why wouldn't they? Wow. That's everybody going into pits, why wouldn't you? So it's going to be probably 2 laps behind the safety car, and then it's going to be a sprint right to the end. So it's going to be action at the end, guys, at least. Let's hope positive. Two safety cars. Rusty, were I calling the safety cars? I didn't expect to see 2 of them. Genuinely didn't expect to see 2 of them. I was hoping not to see one, but obviously very first race, so everyone racing together, it's bound to happen as well. But everyone's been crashing on their own pretty much, so just been unlucky dropping it in curbs and stuff. So I don't know how comfortable a match is now, because you've got Senna right there, you've got Hickey right in it. Like, these guys are all fast. Digital's back in it as well. Retro is right back in it, and Grief. Grief is by no means a slow guy. Grief is a very fast guy. The safety car could possibly end this lap with Digital not being that far off. I have a feeling it's going to be a late call, but I think the... Yeah, actually no, Digital's a bit too far off. Could be a late call, though. Digital's catching up enough. No, it'll be one more lap, it looks good. Wow, so if it's on 25th lap, it's basically 5 laps of flat out driving. So that's the coming around the last corner now. Down to the straight is Digital, which means at the end of this lap, definitely that the safety car is going to be in. Wow. It's all about the guys giving each other enough room to keep the tyres warmed up. You do not want to touch the car behind you. It's going to give the other person a penalty, and we do have something in the rules for that there as well. So, wow. Started at 12 down to 6. That is very high attrition. I didn't expect that in Bahrain. We're going to be on for an absolute belter of a finish. Everyone's on softs. Oh, this is going to be an exciting finish to the race, guys, at the very least. And then, yeah, we'll try to get the top 3 in for a quick conversation as well. So I'm going to do it in order of how they finish. If whoever's in third gets first, second and fourth possibly. Or the other way around. We'll get to that. So, yeah, hopefully now this lap, so on lap 26 then to the end, it will be lights out, flat out racing. Wow. So Hickey could be on for a podium, Senna could be on to get even higher up, Kenzie could be on for a podium. It's anyone's race here now. All these guys are fast. This is anybody's race. Literally anybody's race now. And safety car is now in this lap. So Kenzie's restart worked very well for Kenzie. So let's see how this goes. Mash just flying the throttle there. Once he goes in third gear, he's going to nail it. Oh, look what he's doing. That was an absolute genius move by Mash there. That's fantastic. Senna is after getting by Grief, then Grief's getting back by him. This is going to be interesting now to see what happens here. Senna and Grief fighting side by side. You have Hickey getting overtook by Digital. And Senna's after getting up the inside of Grief. After making the move stick, with Kenzie Resher still in fourth. Hickey is in 6th place. I'm sure he'll be fighting back there now. Grief is all over the back now of Senna. Optimistic move. He's after hitting Senna, but not much has changed. I'm sure that'll just be A bit of frustration in the cars about him. Oh, Senna's after dropping it. Oh, Senna is after dropping it. Unlucky, my man. So, because Red Kenzie is now up into a podium position with Digital in 4th. Hickey is now in 5th. Wow. Senna must be so annoyed at himself right now. Mashman got a fantastic start there against some grief. And he definitely has the pace. So Kenzie is now going to be fighting grief for 2nd place. That was a great restart by Mashman, have to say. Absolutely epic restart. He definitely caught the guys napping there. That was a genius start. Sector 3, who is going in Sector 3? Nobody. Hickey's back up to 5th. So after spreading out fairly quick. So Kenzie and Digital both have penalties, which means Hickey could inherently pick up on 5th place. So I'm going to check that out really quick. So at the minute, wow, 5 stops, wow, incidents. So incidents here. So with Kenzie, I'll check first. So Damo was out, Mashman hasn't had anything. Kenzie, warning. Hickey only on a warning. Digital 5-second penalty, I think, which you don't. Retro is 3. Digital has 3. So all Hickey needs to do is stay within 3 seconds of Retro, which is not happening at the minute. Hickey, though, is all over the back of FGE. Sorry that I did miss out on the race there for a second. I just wanted to have a quick look at that. As it stands, Hickey has actually done enough. Hickey doesn't need to stay within 3 seconds. That's literally it. Get that DRS, try get by, and then keep within 3 seconds of Retro, and he has a podium. Senna must be having an absolute horrid race there at the minute. Wow. Yeah, like Damo was unlucky. Aqua and Nebula could have got good points with, or Aqua and Twisted Wells could have got good points here. He is all over the back. Oh! All this fighting is helping Retro out massively. I think he needs to get by him here in this back straight if he needs to get that podium position. He needs to get by. He's being held up so much. Hickey is all over the back of Digital. I'm sure he just wants to get him out of the way. But that's been great for Retro, because Retro looks like he's going to keep on to 3rd place here. Unless Hickey gets by on this main straight and does something special. That was took way better by Hickey. Now that DRS. Digital has to get to him, he's going back in, Hickey's going by, Digital's going down the inside. They didn't touch, that's good racing there. Now what Hickey needs to do is put that shoe in and pull back in half a second. Oh, they're still fighting here. Digital's, yeah. Digital's not giving up without a fight. Runs a bit wide, hits Hickey. Oh, he's running Hickey too wide there. Yeah, that's just unfortunate now. Hickey is not going to get onto the podium. So we're going to go with Mashman here now. He's done a well-deserving race. He's done fantastically to stay into 2nd place. So yeah, hands down, a very deserved win by Mashman, especially after the safety car. That's what he made it happen. Going onto the hard tyres was definitely the right call to make. And then with the free pit with the safety car onto this offs. We've done well to pull back into Mashman, but sure, Mashman doesn't need to push too hard now. He knows he has it in the bag. Icky is all over the back of Digital, so I'm going to jump back onto that after. So here we have it. The very first winner in the 50% with FFG is Mashman, and in second place is Grief. And in third place we have Kenzie coming across the line. Fantastic. So now we have Digital, who is going to be actually in 5th after penalties, with Hickey in 4th place, and then Senna's going to come home in 6th place. So that was a very, very, very interesting race. Sorry, Jay Morley. Wow, so much happened. Mashman deserves definitely driver of the day there. Wow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get Mashman in for a quick chat, if he is able to do so. Hopefully he can. So I'm going to make this party invite only also, so we don't have people joining in unnecessarily. So Grief in second. Grief got the fastest lap as well. Fair play to him. I'm going to invite Grief into the party now as well. And then Kenzie as well I'll get in. So fly through this really quick. So we'll do the interview with Mashman. He's after joining there. So Mash, if you can hear me, do you mind just adding in your audio please? If you're there, Mash. Are you there, my man? Ah, there you go. Do you mind just adding in your audio just for the stream, mate?
Yeah, it's added.
Deadly. Well done on a great win, mate. Yeah, literally after that, the first safety car restart, you just got into another gear, pulled away, and you didn't really have to look back. I'm sure you were kind of good at seeing the second safety car coming out, though. But yeah, I'd have to say that safety car restart was genius.
Cheers, mate. It's funny, I did a 25% online race the other day, and I was leading, and 3 safety cars came out in 14 laps. So
wow.
I was by a genius, but I had 3 practice attempts the other day. So I knew.
Nice.
I tried it once going into the final corner, and that didn't really work. I tried it once coming out the final corner, and then the third time I tried it literally slowing the pack really down, and then waiting until second place thinks that they've got the jump on me, and then going, because obviously you have to pull back a little bit. So the moment they pull back, their momentum's going backwards and my momentum's going forwards. So yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
Oh, that was absolutely brilliant. Great race, a very high attrition race. I'm surprised at the attrition here in Bahrain. It's not normally that high.
I think it's the new damage model, mate, to be honest. The new, combined with the new curbs, like, what are you going to do?
The curbs were atrocious, yeah, no. I even seen Senna dropping it on the last safety car restart there as well. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting race. I got a good view of everyone's pace as well, so much. I think you were having a few sandbags thrown into that car, were you?
Honestly, so I feel like I can admit the setup I was running now, because as you said, the curbs were the issue. So I realised from all the other online races I've done around Bahrain, like, the curbs are a killer. So I've just built a setup with like the softest suspension. I think it was like 1-1 suspension, 1-1 roll bars, and then quite high ground clearance. So it meant going through, you know, the fast right-hander that everyone loses it on up the hill. Yeah. That I was smooth as a fucking whistle up there, and I could ride the curb out of turn 1, 2, 3. I think it was like 5 or 6. You know, the one where it's like the fast left-hander downhill. Yeah. I could ride that curb, whereas usually if you touch that, you're off in the barriers. So it meant I had a bit more flexibility, so the pace may have flattered a little bit while everyone else was trying to keep to the black stuff. Yeah, so you know, we'll see how that goes.
You're doing very well though, because I know obviously by the end it looked like you just kind of slowed down a little bit. You weren't risking too much, because you did pull out nearly a 6-second gap, I think it was, at one stage.
I think what's his name? Grief had wing damage. Because when we came into the pits for the third one, I saw his crew had a new wing out. So either he left the new wing thing on from the last pit stop and just forgot to turn it off, or he did have damage.
Okay.
I don't know. I can just suspect. But you're right. I was pulling away a little bit faster than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, no, you got a great first few laps there. Really helped you. So at least at the end, you could not take as many risks and kind of slow it down a little bit. No, that was brilliant. Mash, congratulations on your very first win in our league. You're the very first winner of our league as well.
Can I just say a little shout out to Kenzie or Fraser?
But definitely, that was a great race.
Yeah, I was going to say, you and I both know where he's come from. To see him not only racing at the front, but like you saw him on the second restart, like he was getting aggressive, mate. Aggressive.
It was brilliant.
Honestly, I love to see it, man. I'm chuffed to the bits for the guy. So I just wanted to give him a quick shout out because like his race fully deserved the credit.
I absolutely love that, man. That's absolutely brilliant. Fair play to you, my man. I'm going to enjoy and get Grief in now. So look, congratulations on the race. Go and absolutely glow all the way you want in Discord about it. It's well deserved.
Aliens?
Honestly,
What
well
aliens,
done,
mate? What aliens?
Very well done, man.
Catch you in a bit, bro.
That was absolutely brilliant. Fair play, man. I'm going to get Grief in now. And then I'm going to try to get a Retro in. I'll try to get Retro in as well. Oh, wrong one I'm doing, sorry. Now, let me see. I'm going to try to get Kenzie in now as well. Hopefully Grief can join us. Oh. That's the wrong bit. Guys, I'm actually finding it hard to get the guys in here, so if they don't join the next minute or so, then we will wrap up this commentary. And I appreciate everybody after coming in to watch us there. Yeah, look guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here now. There's nobody joining in there. So well done to Mashman, well done to Grief, and a massive well done to Retro as well to hold on to third place even with the penalties. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully it's going to be a full grid next week, and then hopefully we'll see you all then. Thanks very much, guys.